If you couldn't be Daniel Thrasher, who would you want to be?
Charlie and I are friends, by the way. I'm going to say that now. Martha Stewart.
Oh, yeah?
I just want to feel what it's like to be a felon.
Hang out with Snoop Dogg?
And I want to know how to cook. And I want to hang out with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I mean, the cooking things.
Do you think she smokes?
What's the best gift anyone ever gave you?
The gift of love.
Oh, I like love too.
I don't know. I mean, my dad got me a watch when I was 18, and on the back of it was inscribed "Dream On." I don't have.
Oh.
I have that watch somewhere in my house, but because the chains broke or whatever. But the idea of "Dream On" was really nice. But I'm sure there's like other gifts that I'm not thinking about right now that somebody's like, "What do you mean?"
Do you have any mantra or motto you live by?
Yes,
Go on.
I have two.
Oh,
The first one, the main one, is lead by example.
nice.
And then the second one is more of a purpose that I live by, that I've wished for like every birthday since I was 16, which is my purpose in life is to inspire and entertain millions of people to lead better lives for themselves and others.
Fuck it, dude.
Which is
that's
crazy.
a good memory that you remembered saying it like that.
Well,
That's
because
good.
it's literally my creed for myself.
Yeah.
And so like if I ever am straying away from it, I just kind of. I know that sounds really pretentious, and people see me and they're like, "Ah, funny piano YouTube boy," but like, I mean, I don't know. Also, I haven't eaten today, so I'm very zen right now. I'm fasting.
You want to eat one of these? It's chocolate.
Which is chocolate? No.
Well, I almost fooled you.
I know what these are.
That's actually a really good motto, though, especially now that you're getting these insane numbers online. It's actually like, oh, there's a purpose to it. It's not just about collecting views and.
Yeah, no, I think I did a podcast with Tom Papa, and he told me he's like a great comedian. Check him out. But he basically said like, as long as you're focusing on the craft of it, like you'll be fine.
Yes.
But it's the people who get this weird ego thing of like the fancy car and the lots of money and the all that stuff. It's like
That's good advice, but you got to enjoy it a little bit as well. I know you have the nice car.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I do all right, but still, it's but I mean, but at the same time, like I had a really really fancy car. I switched it out for like an SUV now, but I had a really fast sports car, and I was driving it around. It was white on the outside and red leather interior on the inside. It's an Audi e-tron GT, if anybody cares, but it's like a beautiful car.
Yes, it is.
But I gave me like a panic attack because I was like, why am I presenting myself this way?
Yeah.
I don't know. Identity crises, man, it's crazy.
But it's the LA thing as well, because actually
Yes.
some people do, it's stupid, but if you're actually you're established now, but if you're trying to make it, people actually notice that stuff. And like, well, maybe we can trust this person more because they're doing well.
I think it's very much because LA is like a show me kind of town.
Yeah.
It's like everybody out here is a writer or whatever, and you're like, cool, what are you working on? And then they go, blah, 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 and then they disappear into the night, But like, if that person drives away in a Mercedes, you're gonna go, maybe he is a writer.
Yes.
It's a weird thing. It's something about this town.
Yeah, it is. The amount of like coffee shops you go to with friends and they tell you about a script and you get excited about the idea. That's almost like the whole point of it. But nothing's going to happen at the end.
The
it's
old bit of like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm an actor. Cool. What restaurant you work at?
Exactly.
It's like, which is, by the way, I worked at a coffee shop for years, and
that's how we know each other.
Yeah, that's how we know each other. I used to serve this man coffee.
Dude, you actually, without getting too sentimental, you actually helped me in like a pretty dark spot in my life then. Because Tiago's, which is where you used to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say that. Great coffee
Tiago
shop.
on the corner of Hollywood La Brea in
Amazing.
LA. I love that place.
I had just got out of a divorce in that time. That's why I was in that area. I moved to Hollywood. So I would come, and I was right next to that coffee shop. So I'd walk to the coffee shop, just go, divorce. And then you would always be the one greeting me, because whenever I go there, you were working on the same days.
Yeah.
You had that like happy-go-lucky, very optimistic attitude, which is kind of infectious. And then I remember on your 30-minute breaks, I'd be there on a laptop working on a script, ironically.
Yeah.
And then you just out of nowhere just plonk yourself in front of me or like close my laptop. Like, how you doing? What's going on?
That's true.
And the cool thing about that, I remember that was right at the start of you deciding, maybe I will go YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I remember you like sitting on there and be like, I just made a video and it got 5,000 hits really quick.
Yeah,
and it's like,
like
big days. And then I also remember when you first got, I don't know if it was, revenue just from YouTube or if it was a sponsor. But I remember you telling me you made like $300-400 or something. And you're like, oh my God, if I can get like 3 of these, I can maybe leave my job.
Yeah,
It's so wild, dude.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. It was a crazy time. That job was great too, because when I started making twice as much money on YouTube than it was my day job, I was like, I think I have to leave my day job. And so I talked to the owner, Santi, of Tiago, and I was like, I'm afraid because like if I quit, then YouTube doesn't work out. What do I do? And he was like, you can just come back.
That's so nice.
And so he was like my mama bird, like letting me leave the tree. And like even to this day, if YouTube doesn't work out, I could probably go
I think you'll be fine, but that is still very nice.
I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be all right.
Yeah, how did it feel when you could finally just leave that job?
Scary.
Yeah,
it was scary, a lot of people are really excited about this kind of stuff, but I don't know if you understand the psychological aspect of suddenly making way more money than all of your friends.
Yeah,
that's a big deal. Suddenly, you go from making $1,500 a month because I only worked 3 days a week, to let's say $4,000 a month. That puts you in a different category, and then you double that, and then you double that again, and then you double that again. Yeah. It's like, suddenly I'm not as relatable as my friends. I'm not penny pinching or like having to share an apartment or anything like that. Like, I don't know. It puts you in a weird headspace during the transition. I think I'm a lot better now.
Is it exciting at the same time though, or is it for you? It's just more.
It's exciting, but I did have to hop into therapy like pretty quick.
Really?
Well, because also like you're earning more than your parents, you know what I'm saying? And so that little thing of them sending you $100 for your birthday doesn't mean anything anymore.
You send it back.
Do you know? I'm saying this as a cautionary tale of like, make sure you've got your mental health in check before you pursue fame and money at all. Because if you get it, it's like a dog chasing a car. It's like, that.
Is it like an accelerant as well on whatever issues you had? If you haven't sorted out before, fame or money can actually just.
It can be, I think.
I imagine anxiety.
It certainly like made me more angry. I don't know. Everybody's got their anxieties. Like, I had panic attacks when I worked at the coffee shop too, but I think when, you get thrown into that, the thing about money is like, everything is faster. That's what it is. So if I want something, I get it now. Like if I don't have to book a plane ticket 4 weeks in advance because the price is better. I just get it today and I could go on the plane. You know what I mean? So, or like if I want that PS5, but it's on back order because all those bots were stealing it when it was released, I'm going to pay like $1,300 for it on eBay. Right. And, get like next day shipping or whatever, because I'm an asshole. You know what I mean? Like it's, it's a weird thing. There's discipline that you should probably have before you, blow up. But then
it comes back to that model you were talking about, the purpose thing, right. Because then if you can get anything money, you can probably enjoy it if you actually have a purpose and there's a reason you're doing it rather than just accumulating, Yeah. Are you still in therapy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm in therapy. I'm on SSRIs. I love it. I love my therapist. She's great.
I know it's like very... like a general thing to say because everyone's different. But what would you say are some of the things that the freedom of money and doing, I'm sure you have bigger and other aspirations and dreams where you want to take things, but you are living your dream, really.
Yeah, totally. Completely.
So that heals certain things, but then there's a pressure that comes with it as well. Like what things have got worse and what things have got easier for you since all this started taking off?
Oh, man. What things got worse? I'm definitely more isolated. I don't know. It's an isolating thing because you're so focused on putting stories out there, or putting versions of myself out there, like because I'm always editing stuff or filming something, or I have a team that's around me that their job is to kind of put me on camera and help me come up with scripts and concepts to put out on YouTube. So it's all very like Daniel centric.
Yeah.
Which feels like a narcissist's dream. But then when you realize you see your face all the time, like 24/7, it becomes nauseating. And like, it's horrifying. And so I think, that part is interesting because like I'm looking at different cuts of videos of me and my name is everywhere. It's like a weird hall of mirrors. If you want this job, like you're in a hall of mirrors. It's horrifying. But so that part is weird. And like And I truly, I work a 10 to 6. Like my hours are from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I have a separate space from my house now that I entirely film out of, which is pretty close to here. I should show you.
Oh yeah.
But the better parts are obviously like safety, I will say. Safety is really important. Like, meaning if an emergency happens, I can do pretty much anything, you know, like having like financial stability and all that stuff where I know I'm okay.
Yeah.
Sort of no matter what is really good.
Changing topics a bit, but how do you keep the creative things you really want to do and make that you know is going to be funny, at least to you and a specific audience, but it might not necessarily generate the giant numbers? How do you try and put that aside and just make what you think, you know, the stuff that you want to make, rather than be like, well, actually, if I included this joke or line or this reference or whatever, it'll really pop, but it's not really inside, you know, you're going to feel a little tacky and yuck, you know?
Yeah.
Because you do have to keep a certain
viewership
because of your team.
Yeah.
You have a team to pay, you know, there's certain things like that.
Yeah.
So are you able to just be like, well, fuck it, this is what I want to put out?
I don't think I've ever made something I didn't want to make. I think the thing about YouTube in particular is the packaging. You can make anything that's hilarious and funny, and it will work on TikTok. It will work on YouTube Shorts, no matter what you title it. But on YouTube in particular, if the title and thumbnail aren't interesting, no one's going to click on it, and so the views are going to be down. But the same exact video can do like 15 million views. 50. Actually, my most successful video is close to 60 million views on YouTube Shorts.
It's ridiculous.
The same video on YouTube proper is, I think, 800,000.
Really?
The same video, because the packaging is different. Isn't that weird? So like if I'm making videos intentionally to do well, I'm thinking of the title thumbnail first.
Right.
But for the most part, I'm trying to like reverse engineer, like, you know, I have this really funny concept. What's a good way to package it? That works. There it goes.
Yep.
You know, and it gets like 300,000 or 400,000 views, and I'm like, that was a flop.
I had a question about that though, because it's interesting you brought up the title and thumbnail, because I know it is obviously thought about quite heavily.
Yeah.
But I'm clearly not a YouTube expert at all. Even I know nothing about it. But I feel like that you maybe have a power over certain people because your thumbnails are actually very simple and the titles are often one very short sentence or a premise even.
Yeah.
Sometimes even in lowercase I've noticed. And a lot of people are trying to just create the elaborate thumbnail that has everything that pops and then like a title that's a story.
Yeah.
So I think having it the way you have is almost a power thing because people watching like, I don't need to be lured in. I'm going to watch it anyway.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I feel like, you know, being a good YouTuber is being good at advertising. I think like you have to be really smart about how you divert somebody's attention or something. If there's a singular effective point of focus, in my opinion, it's going to do substantially better than like somebody who has 5 different points of focus.
Right.
You know, I don't know. It's very weird, especially if it's a premise-based like sketch.
Do you think you might want to go to Netflix or YouTube TV or someone like once
to make a show?
Yeah, I think so. Even like a sketch show. I've been watching your stuff and I don't know what ones they are, but because obviously I follow you on Instagram and I keep up to date. I know you got cameras, good cameras, not too long ago.
Yeah.
And I know those cameras are Netflix standard stuff. They accept those. Is there some sort of underneath possible master plan beneath it all, like setting foundation work maybe?
I mean, maybe I'll say foundation, yeah. But there's some, I really do want to dive more into directing and like not seeing my face all the time. And so the next few months, I'm going to start really experimenting with like hiring more actors on and other writers and stuff so I can just focus on telling really funny stories. No matter like I have no ego about it. If somebody has a concept that's hilarious, I'm like, good, should we do that? Like, let's do that, you know? So yeah, I just want to be better at capturing funny, whatever that means.
Could be anything.
Capturing
shorts,
funny,
full movies.
That's what I want. That's what I want to do. And so I want to get really, really good at when somebody watches something that I've made, they're going to have a changed emotional state by the end of it, whether it's 3 minutes, 3 seconds, or 3 hours, you know?
Yeah.
God, I don't want to make anything 3 hours long. I
He's
don't.
going to do a Scorsese movie.
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
Oppenheimer, the parody. Can you
with,
imagine?
with a team of 6.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, yeah.
I'd like to see that, actually, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very like, you're that's the Bo Burnham evolution almost.
I guess so, yeah.
I feel like he was, I mean, I might be wrong, I don't know him, but I feel like maybe he got fed up with seeing himself all the time in his own stuff.
Probably.
And he's made these great movies,
That's
and he's
my
filming
guess.
stand-up specials, and really good stand-up specials as well.
Yeah, that one girl, right? He directed hers, I'm trying to think. Or are you talking about his own stand-up special?
No, wait, he might have done a go, but I know he did one of Chris Rock's, I believe.
Dang! Cool.
Yeah, I think, Zach, you know?
Yeah, he did. Chris Rock special. He directed it.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
Tambourine, it was that one.
I love that. That is crazy.
I know.
He's so skilled, man.
Yeah, well, all the greats are able to cross over, I think, though.
Yeah. I you know, I was lucky enough. I booked a sitcom and I got to act in a sitcom in London for 4 months. And I got to see the other side of it too. And it's like, you know, that's amazing because you see like the collaborative experience, and you know, asking like what lights they use and what cameras they use, and like
you're doing
how they
that.
use a black pro mist filter and all this stuff, and but you know, and meanwhile the whole time I was just like texting my team back in the US, and I was like, they have these lights and these cameras, and you know, and like stealing. I was there to steal. Entirely.
Good, still from the best.
Yeah,
that's
but-
what an acting teacher told me once, and then just let it filter through your
That's it.
system, and
That's
it comes
it.
out as something else.
Yeah, and like I feel like for me in particular, I loved that experience. It was nice to show up and not have any creative. I mean, they let me obviously have input for my character.
The
and stuff.
responsibility for everything to go perfect.
The responsibility for me to control every element of it was gone, which is great.
Yeah.
So I got to play, and that was fun. But the first thing I wanted to do when I got home was make more stuff that was from my perspective, and I think it's very interesting. Yeah. I mean, I probably shouldn't say that, but I will. I turned down an audition recently because it would have shot for 4 months in Ireland, and I was like, I'm not going to be away from my team again that long, because it was 4 months in London was the show that I was in.
Yeah,
and then 4
Dinner
months
with-
in
Dinner
Ireland-
with the Parents.
Dinner with the Parents on Amazon Freevee and Prime.
Good show. Give it a watch.
But no, it's like, yeah, I was like,
That's interesting. Okay, so
I'm not going to the UK again for that long.
Yeah. So yeah, it's in you then. You want to be running the show, or at least creating things that is in your head, rather than
or
maybe then like a little 2-week stint on something, like great
I would do that.
supporting
Yeah,
roles
2
in
weeks,
great
yeah.
things.
4 months, and also from October through February, it's so cold and
Oh
rainy.
yeah, over there. Yeah. Oh, I know.
Oh God, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I asked for hot sauce out there, and they brought me ketchup.
Fuck yeah, they did.
Do you
dude.
understand what I'm saying? Like, God.
I'm proud of them.
You know, and everybody's like, okay, we'll do Indian food. It's like, I know that Indian food is good. You want to have that every day for 4 months, you weirdo? What are
Yes.
you talking about?
That's all I eat when I go back. I'm going back for 2 weeks soon, and it's going to be Indian every night. How on that show, by the way, Dinner with the Parents? I wanted to ask you. This is me like being an annoying manager who isn't even your manager and
I love
throwing
it.
stuff out, and you'd be like, "Leave me the fuck alone."
She'll watch it. We'll have you two like fight for
Wow.
the job. Hi, Karen.
Michaela Watkins
Yeah.
was in the show.
She plays
She
my
was
mom.
popular on SNL.
Yeah.
I can see you on SNL.
Is
I
that,
can see you doing SNL digital shorts. You're like Andy Samberg. See, I'm just like going.
was this your is this planned or
No, but
like how
I
you
did,
brought-
I did think about it this morning in a coffee shop when I was like, I got to ask him some things.
I
And
like how you went from Michaela Watkins players to your mom, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, we should talk about that. And then you go, you should be on this. And that was a really smooth transition there.
Yeah,
I like that.
I just go with my train of thoughts.
It's okay. Just let it run free, man.
Yeah, this isn't
Set it
Charlie
free.
Rose, Charlie Clark, different people.
It's completely different.
Have you ever thought about being on that show?
SNL?
Thought about? I know you're doing your thing. We know that. We've talked.
You know
about
what's
that.
interesting is like recently more.
Okay.
I never ever wanted to be on SNL.
right.
That was never a dream of mine. I didn't really watch it growing up when I was a kid. Not, watch this kick me in the ass later. Lauren Michaels is going to see this. She's like, no. But now I'm really deep into UCB. And,
Yeah, I know.
Upright Citizens Brigade. It's like a comedy training program out here in LA and New York. That where they feed into SNL a lot of the time. And so I'm taking like sketch writing classes. I'm finishing up my 401 class. And the reason why I'm taking these is because truly I just want to be better at the craft of comedy. And so, but the more I get into it, the more I'm like, oh, right, this is really this is so much fun. I'm so lucky I get to do sketch comedy for a living and make a good living and like employ people because of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, it'd be cool to be around other similarly minded people at the creative level. Which I guess you can if you collaborate on YouTube, but it'd be nice to have like a network, take it over for you.
Yeah. But then obviously then you're just fully swamped up if you're a main cast member. But that's
true.
Digital shorts can sometimes be good because I know,
Yeah.
remember, was it the Lonely Island guys?
Yeah. Andy
And then they just make a bunch of stuff. Here it
now
is.
it's
And then they
Please
just
Don't
bug it
Destroy.
off.
And they're doing great. They're the new digital shorts guys.
Oh yeah, I've seen some of their stuff.
And then Mike Diva directs most of the things over there for SNL
Follow him
shorts.
on the gram.
And he follows me. And
Yeah?
we're homies. He likes my YouTube stuff.
I'm gonna make this happen for you. Actually, this is perfect.
Go on, manager.
Yes, your
Just kidding.
music. You are a terrific musician. We know you have made albums. They are hilarious.
Thank you.
SNL digital shorts.
Come on, Lauren.
On to acting.
Oh.
My friend Edward here,
Oh yeah.
he wrote a script.
Oh wow. Oh
and
wow.
and it's been picked up by HBO.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he tells me. And I have a very short scene from it right here.
Let's go.
You want to give it a go?
Let's do it.
It's very serious.
Okay. I'm yellow.
You are yellow.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, conveniently I there for you. I will read the
God.
stage directions, and
All
I
right.
will be the other character.
Okay. Perfect. Let's go. Let's do this.
But yeah, he told me HBO has picked it up. Sundance loved it, and it's Tribeca and shit. All right, you ready?
Okay.
So here we go. And I think on this, what we're gonna do is
Yeah.
we're gonna have it go into widescreen.
Oh,
I want
okay.
widescreen, so. Not on here, but in post edit, and we'll probably have some dramatic music over the top. So we're gonna see if it actually works as a scene because Edward
should've
tells
wore
me it's
pants.
genius.
Yeah.
No, you need shorts is perfect for
All
this.
right, good,
Yeah,
good.
that's a strong, bold character choice.
I thought you said strong bulge.
Bulge. Yeah, strong, suspicious bulge.
I'm mad now.
All right, you ready?
Suspicious bulge. Okay. All right. Let's do it.
Interior family home day. Two Cockney brothers, convenient, from London sit opposite each other in the living room. They have been at odds for years, but deep down love each other and are looking for any reason to rekindle their brotherly love. Whoa. Tarquin Smith, played by Daniel,
Perfect.
sheepishly approaches his brother Martini Smith, played by me, to ask for a very big and important favor.
Because here, they are. AMC Theaters. We make movies better.
Hello, Martini.
Hello, Tarquin.
I have a very big favour to ask.
Ask.
But you have to promise not to tell anyone.
I promise. What is it, Tarquin? Oh, a long pause. Tarquin starts to become very emotional, to the brink of tears. He's struggling to get out the words.
I need a loan of £100,000, me does. And you are a very rich man, you is.
I am a rich man. But what is this loan for?
I need a penis reduction.
Oh, Tarquin! Congratulations! But Tarquin, are you sure it costs £100,000? That's
Well-
a lot.
Well, there is one more thing. I need a butthole enlargement.
For what, Tarquin?
So I can safely store our mother's jewelry up there. No house robber will want to search me anus.
That makes sense. You are a smart man. I love you.
I love you too. Give me a hug, brother.
That script was so good, Edward. That was really good. HBO's definitely going to pick that up.
That was a really good script.
Anyway,
Oh, you're up. Should it be up?
well, I should probably be in there in the microphone, but I think we're done.
Oh, we did it.
That's a good way to close it off, I think.
Or rather, open it up.
Nice.
Butthole enlargement.
All right. So, you want to say goodbye? Do you want to promote anything? This is professional, isn't it?
I want to promote you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? What are you going to say?
You're promoted.